Get ready, Staten Island.
The Ferry Hawks are back at SIUH Community Park July 7th to the 12th for a 6-game series against the High Point Rockers. Tonight, first pitch is at 6:30. It's Thirsty Thursday with $5 Bud and Bud Light Drafts. Friday, July 10th, first pitch is at 7 p.m. May the Force be with you on Star Wars Night with post-game kids glow around the bases with special lightsaber training packs.
Visit ferryhawks.com now to lock in your seats.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
We have on the phone with us, hanging on from last hour, Roger, calling from the Sunshine State of Florida in Orlando, along that busy I-4 corridor. If you're driving, it's a mess. Not now. I'm saying sometimes if you've ever driven that I-4 corridor, you know. In Florida, I've made that mistake before. Those of you that go to Disney and to Universal and all that know the whole deal there. Roger, welcome back.
Hello
How
there.
are you?
Oh, I am really good. And I think I know why the blue states don't want us to investigate the fraud that's going on, because they're lining their pockets. And it all stems from the way grants are given for a SNAP or it's a daycare.
Now, hold on. Are we just talking the block grants, or are we talking about all the federal grant money?
Any grant money goes to the state takes a piece, the state then passes it on to the county, who takes a piece, everybody gets a cut as it goes down. Then the county gives it to an NGO, the NGO takes a cut, and then they actually pass it to the people who were to receive it.
Now,
But everybody
hold
along the way
on.
got their hand in it.
Hold on. I want to just do this. When you say NGO, the non-governmental organizations, and my first question is, are there any controls to vet who these NGOs are? This is how you get the Luring Center in Minnesota is one of the most prominent examples recently. But just this week, just yesterday, Nick Shirley posted a video. He's in New York City now, which is amazing. He went into a place that is supposedly an adult something or another center that claims to have 7,000 recipients, and they're getting paid for 7,000 recipients. And the person that was, I don't know whether he's the owner or just an employee, was saying, well, there's no way we have 7,000. He was completely blindsided by it. And then you go and you look at all these videos that Nick Shirley and others are now doing, where they're going into these places that are the ultimate recipients of these grants. And it is obvious that there's scam going on. Whether it's these multiple hospice centers, whether it's these, in fact, J.D. Vance this week talked about the fact that the Medicare is being ripped off with even skin grafts and with other things, to the extent that spending has shot up 7,000%. And so my question to you, Roger, you said you've been in politics, you know the deal.
Yes.
Are these NGOs being vetted?
Well, here's the way it works. The agency, the government agency over the one that they take a piece, and for that they are to administer it, and for that they are to make sure that it's done properly. They can take the money and sue the government, or they can take the money and administer it, or they can take the money and oversee it. It's their choice. You with me?
When you say they can sue the government, I didn't understand that part. But
some of the states are suing the government because the federal government wants to see what's going on. Well, they're using them. Once they take
the money and then they sue the government because the government is asking questions.
That's
They
correct.
take the money and use the money to say, no, you can't look at what we're doing with your money.
That's correct. And they're supposed to be looking at what whoever they give the money to is doing.
Okay, now, one question that I have, and I raised this question this week when it comes to all this fraud. It seems to me that the United States Congress has been incredibly derelict here.
Yes, absolutely. The Oversight Committee is derelict.
Okay, if I don't understand, and I think most of us don't understand, if you're handing out billions upon billions upon billions of dollars, why is it not written into the law that appropriates this money that there have to be audits and that the federal government has the right to audit, and including getting the list of who is ultimately supposed to be being serviced with this money?
Some of them have it, some of them don't. And I can't watch each one, but you'd think that the government would put it in every one, our congressman.
It should just be a blanket law. If we're handing out money, we have the right to audit, and you have to turn over your rolls. I don't care what it is, whether it's a Medicare roll, whether it's feeding the hungry roll, whether it's snap, go buy some soda and junk food with it roll, whether it's a roll of whatever it is. If we're handing out the money, we have a right to do a forensic accounting on it. How is that? Why is that so difficult?
It's not, but the history of the way money was given out, that was supposed to be the job of the agency that we gave the money to that took their cut. That was why they were getting a cut of the grant, of the money that flows down. They were supposed to be making sure it went to the right people.
But the federal government has the ultimate responsibility.
Absolutely.
Period. And they are derelict in not putting inside the law a mechanism to check to see that the money is going where the money was intended and to remedy that if it's not.
I would agree, and Vice President Vance is starting that process, but it should have been done 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Absolutely. Well, Roger, thank you for clarifying. This is total insanity on parade, the way the American taxpayers have been fleeced for decades.
Absolutely. And I appreciate what you do, and keep up the good work, Bo Snerdley.
Thank you so much, Roger from Orlando.